Peace, y'all. Welcome to this www.vibegarden.org broadcast mini reading. We're gonna have a check-in. These messages are Sirian aligned. You've definitely been dealing with some shift activity, some transformation, and the overall energies of the cards I pulled up have a lot to do with authentic connection and overcoming fear. Finding myself in you from the Kiss Oracle comes up with heart opening, higher frequency, and etheric tantra as the shared supported baseline. And we have cabin in the woods, 15th card. And an unreleased oracle, natural passion. There's something about, is the subtext that's popping out at me, and home is popping out at me. There's something about remembering you have a cosmic home. Remembering the divine always watches over you. Remembering it is truly all going to be all right. Props to Kendrick. We gonna be all right. There's a call for releasing what no longer serves. There's a call for walking into the next timeline with your vulnerability. Not necessarily saying you have to wear your heart on your sleeve, but there's an aspect for forgiving people who did you harm out of a state of ignorance. And this is so you can finally release those timelines that have tried to find various ways to keep pulling you back into them. I think it's really powerful that it came through, that really remembering you have a cosmic home. Those of you who felt like you don't have a place or you're misunderstood, that theory is being proven untrue now and moving forward. You have beloveds on the other side who watch over you, who are proud of you, who know that this has looked crazy, but this has been what it's been like. Oh, excuse me, just a moment. Breaking generational patterns, y'all. And I give thanks to our guidance. There's a song that I think is perfect for these energies right now, and I hope it does you some good. I'm gonna sing it real quick. It's a short one. It's called Nature Boy. It's an old jazz standard. Abby Lincoln has an amazing rendition of it, and I am sure you can look her up and find that on YouTube, because there is so much gold in yesteryear, and I think our souls need to be fed. We've been dealing with a lot of falsehood, inauthentic energy, and it's for us to come back to what's really real. There's an energy of nothing else will do right now. Well, here it go. It's a joke from the 90s. Some of y'all gonna get it. It goes like this. Nature Boy. There was a boy, very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far over land and sea. Little child, sad of eye, but very wise was he. And magic day, he passed my way. While we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. That song, y'all, that song does something to the electromagnetics of my heart to listen to, because I have like a Saturnian, I have significant Saturnian placements in my natal chart, and I know a little something about long roads and seasons of scarcity, and you know, like necessity being the mother of invention, and what great gifts are found when you go deep within and when you reclaim yourself, and when you just let people learn their lessons their way, and you know, in some cases you pack your bags up and you move on. And I think these times are asking you to remember yourself on a soul level, and to remember that you are important, that there are star configurations, right, that surround your birth, and they say something, they tell a story. So it can't be that you don't mean anything when there's divine mathematics involved. You know, written in the stars is a card from the Sublime Vibes Oracle. It's a Lyran card, and that comes up in this reading. And there's a heart inside of an envelope in this card. This deck goes back to like 2020 or 2021, somewhere in that time span. And the energies of this card are very, very otherworldly, very Sirian. I do feel very Sirian energies, very dream-aligned energies. A certainty on a soul level that we are not alone. And we're really not. And that could be difficult, right, to comprehend if you came up in traditions that taught you to see things differently. But the heart knows. This activation right now with Written in the Stars is followed by You Are a Miracle, the card You Are a Miracle, Essential Nature, with Daisy as the plant elder of that card. That's from the Quantum Root Oracle. And speaking of Lyran cards, we have these two beautiful kitties in the background, Beatrix and Leia. And You Are a Mystery and Magic, heart opening. It's not the only heart opening card that came up in this reading, by the way. It's the second one. Higher frequency is heart opening on the You Are Mystery and Magic card. I feel like things are going to be open to you in the dream time. I feel like the ancestors are answering. I feel like ancient ancestors are answering the call of your heart, the grief, the sadness, the desire for clarity. I feel like you have I feel like saying you have soul family right beside you on the higher planes, at the inner planes level. And a lot of that's opening up now, because the old story can no longer feign to hold water. This is about you and your journey. And those who are meant to walk with you on those who are meant to walk with you on your journey, you have no need to fear. Speaking very plainly, this is about opening. the Finding Myself in You card is the other heart opening card, and it's part of the overall theme of the energies for this reading. And Cabin in the Woods, repose comes up. Home is home, heart to heart, connecting with others on a heart level instead of running the corridors of the labyrinthine mind. That is what will set your soul at ease right now. All right, y'all. We do have diamond collar, careful tempering, but grace under pressure is really what is popping out at me, and it is like a shift card, or it is the shift card in this particular spread. These shifts may require you to go into a higher harmonic of peace, of relaxing as best you can, getting in water. Some of the troublesome energies, water can greatly help to dissolve. It really is time to let go and let God, y'all. Any shifts that come up, it is better to let this go. Let this go so the way can be open to you to much higher roads that you've added light to. This is about coming up to a higher harmonic, a higher resonance, stepping beyond fear. The Cabin in the Woods card can sometimes point to areas where we have fear. And that could be coming up. Finances are coming up. I did put up an energy healing video. I'll drop a link in the description for that. Another energy healing video for healing yourself in the financial area. And there's also the money Reiki video. And those help. They can open up pathways. Because a lot of us are on a financial healing journey. We can open ourselves more to the energetics that align with what's actually prosperous instead of going around in circles and hamster wheels. I think it's a smart way to move right now. Aligning with Archangel Michael, giving over your worries is going to help you to focus on the present moment and get what you need to get done. Some of what has been troubling you has been trying to get you looking to the past, and there's some kind of doors are closing. Those roads have nothing for you. They showed you that. You've walked through those roads. These are the roads that would take and leave you feeling bereft. True love is true. Divine magnetics is what is working for you right now. Those with whom you have a divine accord. Those with whom you have divine connections with, who will always be with you in some form or another, even if it's through a cosmic phone call. There are Sirian light codes coming in for the next 3 to 4 days. And, usually I'll say it's a synchronized reading, but this is not a synchronized reading. This is time specific from the time it's posted. There are doors closing that were never meant to be opened. So anything that's, tried to cause a fright or cause problems, it's unable to come up to these higher levels that we're moving into. And there is a separation happening. Some people might not be able to show up on your timeline anymore. And if they do, they might not be able to be around you very long comfortably. Everything has a purpose. You don't have to read into it too deeply. You'll feel much better by Friday. In the meantime, if you have access, to angel candles, that's advised. If you're not that comfortable with angel candles, chanting, you can check www.vibegarden.org. There's an Angelic Healing with Angel Sigils book, in the shop, and it's very powerful. The sigils in it, they are angelic, they're channeled, and they're very powerful, and they can help, especially during extremely disoriented moments. I feel like I would recommend Angelic Clearing and Purification. Some of you have the book. I would recommend that if you're like, I don't know which one to use. These energies are weird. And that will help you. It's going to help you to have a much more sound sleep. You can just chant the affirmation if you don't want to, like burn an angel candle. I would recommend like white angel candles right now. So, the Angelic Synchronicity sigil, the last sigil in the book is a good idea. And for those of you who are doing some deep soul searching, and that's not going to be everyone, the very first sigil in the book, Angelic Meditation, which is strongly aligned with Archangel Raphael, is a good idea for you at this time, especially if you've been having like really stressed out mental fixations, right, on finances and things of that nature. There's a lot of transmutation happening. Very strong day for that. And I also want to say happy birthday to my grandmother. My grandmother Ruth. Resting in peace in paradise. Grandmama. It is her birthday today. The 17 is a challenging number. You know, even we would look to the beautiful number, but we look to where it falls, even like for those who are into tarot and that kind of thing, it follows the tower. You know, and we can't be dealing with certain illusions anymore. That's the end of that. And now we move towards faith and the light, and the fact that your dreams can come true. Very Aquarian energy, very transformative, and Pluto is in Aquarian energy right now for the next 20 years. Very transformative. So this energy is serving you. It's opening up pathways to higher mind. The Uranus and Gemini transit right now is also helping to do that. There's a lot of interdimensional cleansing, a lot of etheric upgrades that can be felt on a body level. You could feel things in your back, your hips, your ankles, the crown. Drink a lot of water, y'all. And that we have some beautiful energy healing sessions. One of them helped me out earlier. I had to just, I needed assistance earlier. So I did an energy healing session. You can go and look and see which energy healing sessions you feel, flex your intuitive muscles and see what you feel is calling to you that will be helpful to you. If you've been having a hard time on it's just coming like Success Pathways. We do have a Success Pathways energy healing. It's also coming through to mention Natou Ma'at. Her energy healing for the solar plexus chakra can help you out a great deal right now if you've been dealing with like bosses who are acting erratic, or just people in positions of authority kind of being in a nastier sort of energy. Divine Assessor is showing up with the Star Milk card. Divine Assessor is the Balanced Abundance card, 26 card in Sublime Vibes Oracle, and Star Milk, the third card with Dream Guardians, shows up as the level up advice. So thoughts become things. Like your dreams can become things too. You're advised, work with vision boards, work with giving to the mind what's good for the mind right now. Soft music, flute music, piano music, meditation with lion, images of lion as guardian. Remember, we have the Lyra card that came up written in the stars. That is the kitty guardian star system, or I should say the kitty star system, right? The kitty people. I say that affectionately. There's an expansion happening, but there's a co-authoring with the divine. There's divine authoring, but there's a co-authoring. There's a need to embrace receiving your just due, and for the betterment of the collective as well. So if some of you have been very self-denying or just assuming you can't have things, like that's that's not balanced for the collective. It doesn't, despite illusions, it doesn't actually do anyone any favors to be receiving more when they shouldn't, when they haven't earned, because they end up having to pay it back anyway. So if you've been focusing on self-deprivation, thinking that that's the spiritual way, please consider praying on that. Think again. And I say that spiritually because I feel like the spiritual systems that are heart aligned are there, to be worked with. And I don't think it serves any of us to say, oh, that system is not valid, or that system is not valid, or that system is not valid. We all have the way that we connect with the Creator. And I feel like this world needs to respect others' spiritual pathways if they expect for others to respect their spiritual pathways. Just basic decency, But pushing your spiritual pathway on others is not the way. I think there's an aspect of, just a moment, y'all. There's an aspect of respecting the innate organic intelligence, the organic universal intelligence of living beings, to be able to find their direction. And I do feel like a lot of us, we're descendants, right? We come from the stars and we descended down here, which means we came down here. You know in your bones what's true for you. Listen to that. Be counted. Be loved. I hope you found this helpful. I'm going to close out. Those of you who are interested in a private session, you can go to www.vibegarden.org for more information on that. It starts at $1.11 a month for members, and members, we do have the Monday rate tomorrow. I still have that going. So if you've been like, look, my pockets, but I do want a reading, you can currently access a 45-minute card session for $55. It doesn't come with a report, but it can be very helpful. And I do make that available to members. If you're not a member, then you can access it for $77 for 45 minutes for the card read. We give some pretty significant discounts to members. So I, again, thank you for tuning in. Also, please take some time to visit Miss Natou Ma'at. She has recently posted a reading that is all of worth your time. Some of y'all might have already seen it. And her website is www.bynatalieetienne.com. She has a lot of spiritual tools. She does personal Reiki sessions, and she also does personal readings. So do take a look at her stuff. And we do have some good content that can help y'all navigate these energies. I do recommend, if this reading resonated with you, checking out the Sirian Starseed reading that was posted a couple of days ago. It might have been Friday. I think it might have been Friday. But that has some important messages in it too. There's a lot of transformation going on, so be gentle with yourself, and just take your own intelligence seriously. It's very important at this time. Trust your divine guidance within. It will come through for you always and every time, y'all. All right, thank you again for tuning in. You can reach me at www.vibegarden.org. Until again, y'all, peace.